You won't believe what's happening right now. Dylan, Wang and Shen Yue, yes, you heard that right, are officially getting married, and the wedding is happening live as we speak. Before we dive into every emotional, jaw-dropping moment, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a second of this unbelievable event. This is not just a wedding, this is history for every fan who watched them in Meteor Garden, who laughed with them, cried with them, and secretly rooted for them to end up together in real life. And now, it's happening. The scene begins on a lush, sun-kissed hillside in Bali, surrounded by endless rows of white orchids, cherry blossoms, and floating candles. The ocean waves crash gently in the distance, as if nature itself is celebrating. A delicate mist rolls in, wrapping the venue in a dreamy haze that feels more like a K-drama climax than real life. But this isn't a drama, it's Dylan and Shen Yue's wedding. A moment fans have fantasized about for years. As soft instrumental music plays, an orchestral version of For You from Meteor Garden, the camera pans over the guests, all dressed in cream, gold, and pastel pink. Familiar faces from the Chinese entertainment industry fill the seats. The F4 boys are here too, Darren Chen, Caesar Wu, and Connor Lung, all beaming with joy, taking selfies, dabbing their eyes with tissues. It's not just a reunion. It's a full circle moment. Even Angie Chai, the original producer, is seated in the front row, looking like a proud parent. And then, the whispers start. The crowd slowly turns their heads. The music shifts. Dylan Wang steps into view. Clad in a custom white tuxedo with subtle gold embroidery, Dylan looks nothing short of majestic. His hair is brushed back, classic and timeless, but it's his eyes that steal the show, glassy, overwhelmed, and locked in one direction. Toward the path where Shen Yue will soon walk down. He takes a slow breath. You can see him muttering something to himself under his breath, maybe a prayer, maybe a promise. The camera zooms in on his trembling hands, the tight grip on his lapel. This is Dylan Wang, the heartthrob of millions, the cool, untouchable Dao Ming Sai, reduced to a puddle of nerves and joy. For her. And then, the gates open. Shen Yue emerges. Dressed in a flowing off-shoulder silk gown with tiny embroidered butterflies dancing across the fabric, she looks like something out of a fairy tale. Her veil is light, almost floating, giving just the slightest peek of her glowing smile. She's not just beautiful. She's radiant, alive, completely overwhelmed, and completely in love. Gasps ripple through the crowd. Someone starts crying audibly. It's Darren. She takes a step forward. Then another. Each one heavier with emotion, lighter with anticipation. As she walks, tiny petals fall from the trees above, as if the heavens are celebrating. Dylan's lips part. He whispers, W de Tina, oh my God. His eyes never leave hers. They meet halfway. No one speaks. The music fades. Just them. Just now. Dylan extends his hand. She takes it without hesitation. And in that moment, time stands still. The celebrant begins speaking, but it's almost background noise. Everyone's focus is on their faces, the way Dylan looks at her like she's the only star in the sky, the way Shen Yue keeps biting her lip to stop from crying, the way they lean slightly toward each other like magnets that waited too long to connect. He squeezes her hand during the vows. She tries to begin her lines, but her voice breaks. Dylan gently brushes a tear off her cheek and says softly, "Take your time. I've waited 5 years for this. I can wait 5 more minutes." The crowd lets out a soft chuckle, wiping their eyes at the same time. Shen Yue finally speaks. "I don't have a script for this. And for once, I'm glad. Because what I feel for you isn't scripted. It's real. It's raw. You've been my scene partner, my co-star, my friend, my chaos, my calm, and now, my forever." Dylan swallows hard. You can hear it on the mic. Then it's his turn. "When I first met you, I thought you were too loud. Too small. Too bright. And then I realized, I just wasn't ready for someone who could match my fire with something even stronger. Love. You've grounded me, challenged me, changed me. If this were a drama, this would be the happy ending. But I don't want this to be an ending. I want this to be the beginning of our sequel. The crowd erupts in quiet laughter and muffled sobs. Even the cameraman is heard sniffing. Then, the celebrant smiles. And now, with the power vested in me, I pronounce you husband and wife. Dylan, you may kiss your bride. A pause. A breath. And then, Dylan pulls her gently into his arms and kisses her forehead first. Then her cheek. Then her lips. It's tender, sweet, and so full of emotion that even fans watching the live broadcast are losing their minds in the comments section. Hashtag Dylan Yue wedding is already trending worldwide. And as they turn to face the crowd as husband and wife, confetti cannons fire, white doves take off into the sky, and a Chinese orchestra begins playing a soft blend of traditional and modern instruments. The perfect fusion, just like them. They walk down the aisle together, waving, crying, laughing. Fans who tuned in live from all over the world are flooding the screen with hearts, crying emojis, and endless, "We waited for this," messages. But wait, it's not over. As the night falls, the reception begins under the stars. Thousands of fairy lights twinkle above as Dylan and Shen Yue share their first dance to a slowed-down version of Yi Ran Reni. Their movements are slow, graceful. The world fades around them. Just them. Always just them. Darren gives a toast, trying to be funny but ends up choking up. She used to slap him on set when he forgot lines. Now she gets to slap him for leaving his socks around the house. Shen Yue, you've always been the boss. Dylan, good luck, man. But honestly, if anyone was meant to handle her fire, it's you. Caesar and Connor join in, giving brotherly hugs and teasing both of them. Then comes the surprise moment. Dylan grabs the mic. I know this is our day, but I have something to say, to the fans. To everyone who shipped us, rooted for us, made memes, watched edits, and said to just get married already, you guys were right. We were too blind to see it. But love finds a way. You saw it before we did. So thank you. Shen Yue smiles at him and whispers into the mic, okay, now let's get off stage before we cry again. Cue laughter. Cue more tears. Later, the camera captures them slipping away from the crowd. Just the two of them walking barefoot on the beach, holding hands, her heels in one hand, his blazer in the other. No words.